everyone, we're going to talk about scripts today, how to create a script using the script command, and what is a script file in general we've used for the first year. So first I'd like to use a PuTTY, which is a SSH client. It connects to the cs.user.ca. So I'm going to go ahead and log in first before it times out on me. So once I log in, it tells me when I was last logged in, and oh, this is off the screen. So go ahead. You can see here that I'm logged into Bravo. Username is Copty. So that tells me that I'm connected to one of the CS servers. So this is helpful. So I can make sure before you start this tutorial that you can log into a computer science server. So cs.user.ca, and PuTTY allows you to do it from anywhere, or you can use any secure shell client, even if you want to use No Machine or any other client. Bottom line, once you're connected, you would be able to start this. So I'm going to type the command clear, and clear, all it does, it basically clears the screen, so I can start from the top so you can see my screen in full. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to make a directory and call it assignment 1, let's say. And that's where I'm going to be doing my first assignment. So it tells me my directory is already created because I previously have done this. So I can change directory to assign1. And mkdir is the command to create a directory, and cd is change directory, so I can enter it. And notice here it says assign1 is the /assign1, so the tilde means my home directory, and assign1 means it's a subfolder inside my home directory. So when I do ls, I can see what files I have since I already have it created. So I can see that I've already started working on assignment1.c, and of course this is just a demo assignment. So we can use Pico to actually take a look at what's inside this file. So I can go Pico assign1.c, and I can actually see what's going on. This is a written C file that basically prompts the user for X and create some, ooh, it's quite sophisticated. All right, so it generates a magic number. It always returns 500. So regardless what this file does, it's not as important as long as we now can compile and try it out. So I'm going to do Control O to exit. It asks me to file. You want to write the file, so Control is actually to write out to save. So I'm going to press Enter to save it, and Control X to exit from Pico. So clear again. Let's start over. So here's what I want to do. Why do I use a script file? So you can always type the man page script, and script is an actual Unix command. While you do man script, you can read that script command makes a type script of terminal session. It's a script command is followed by some options and a file name, and a square bracket means it's optional. But it's a good idea to always provide some of these options. For example, in this case, I'm going to provide the argument file name, so I can call it with whatever file I want. If I don't do that, it will call it to the default name TypeScript. So if you didn't provide a file name, the default will be TypeScript, which is kind of weird. So I want to use, so as I press Enter, I can scroll through the manual pages, and when I'm done reading this, I can press Q to quit. Q for quit. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to get out of the man page. All right, so now you're satisfied that you've read the instructions for script. So I can use, and it's a good advice to always use the man page to read about any command. Like previously I mentioned ls, cd, make dir. You can always do man on these commands and use them. It also have entries for printf, like all same as the C command. So you can really use the man page for anything you want. Anyways, I'm going to start the script file. I'm going to call it assign1.txt. Now be very careful. Don't call it .c, because a lot of people do that, and that basically overwrites their C file and destroys it. So you know what? Bad idea. Undo. So I'm not going to do this. Instead, I'm going to copy assign1.c space assign1.c.back. So in other words, BAK stands for a backup file, and a copy command, I'm making source to destination. So I'm making a copy of assignment1.c, calling it assignment1.c.back. So in fact, if I do ls, I can see it there. And this is a good idea before you do your script file, in case you accidentally overwrite your assignment. And a lot of people have done that, and they say, oh, I tried to do the script file, I accidentally typed script assign1.c, and poof, there goes my C code. Yep, too bad. There's no backup. But now I've done the backup, so now I can go ahead and dare to type the script command. So script assign1.txt. Oops, I almost typed that C. Don't do that. You may want to call it something else differently so you don't confuse it. So this means from the moment I press enter, anything I type now is logged into this assignment1.txt file, so the GA or the TA, the grader, can later see it. So they can see exactly all your keystrokes. They can see everything you've typed. So what I can do now is basically do an ls to show the grader, here's my files. I can see assignment1.c. Actually, it's better to do ls minus l, and minus l is a long format, meaning if I do it, I know my lines are running over because I had to resize this. So notice something like assign1.c, this is the second line, is created by me, Copty, and 587 bytes is how many bytes I have in this file. So what I'm looking for is that it's not 0, because if it's 0, that means, oops, there goes my file. Now notice assign1.txt is 0 because I'm actually creating this file now, so there's nothing there naturally. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, everything you press, even enter and backspace, is going to be locked, by the way. It's going to be logged right into that script file. So what I'm going to do now, okay, I typed ls minus l to show the command. I'm going to type the command concatenate. So I want to show, let me move this up a little bit so you can see the bottom of the screen there. Here we go. So I want to press cat to concatenate, show the contents of a text file, assign1.c. So now it is. I know it rolled over the screen, but don't worry, it's all logged in the files. So basically now the grader can see the file structure that I have by doing the ls command. They can see the file contents because I viewed it for them. And now I can do my compile steps. And really, we use the script file to show the compilation and execution steps. You want to make sure that you can show that your program works. So I'm going to start with the cc command, assign1.c. Okay, that shows there's no errors. See, if you just tell the grader, hey, I compiled it, there were no errors, they can't see that. But when you do it in a script file and send it to them, they can see this. So /a.out. Okay, now I can run it. So I don't know, I guess I give it 5, 1. Oh, there you go. So I'm not sure what the program does, but that's the output. So am I supposed to press 0? Yeah. Well, it's done, whatever the program does. So this is your work, so your code, whatever it does. So it doesn't matter what the assignment is actually, or what it outputs. The bottom line is I logged everything it did. I can run it a few times. I can run it again just to show that, hey, I can try it with different outputs. So maybe now I can try it with like 3. So there's 1, there's 2. Okay, so I'm done. So in this case, now when I'm satisfied that I have outputted and tested my program enough times, I'm going to basically do a final ls minus l to show, okay, everything's still there if I haven't done so already. And now very important step is to make sure, notice that the assignment 1 is still 0. You have to press exit. You have to actually write the command exit, and exit will exit the script command, enter. And notice it says exit, script done, file is assign1.txt. So if I do an ls command now, you will see assign1.txt. Sorry, let me try ls minus l. So you can see assignment1.txt right there is 1784 bytes, which is good. So if I want to look at it, cat, oh, well, it's going to roll off the page. So I can still do that. Cat assign1.c, and I'm going to do pipe more. That's a vertical bar next to the backslash there. If I do this, it just paginates it page by page, so it just doesn't roll off the screen. It's just because of my curiosity, I want to see what's in there. So I press enter. Okay, so notice at the bottom it says more, so I can press enter to scroll line by line. I press B, actually Q to quit once I'm done. So it logged everything. So now I can submit. I can go to my email client and submit both my C code as well as my script file showing my compile steps and execution of the C program for the grader. Okay, so I hope that was useful. You can try it yourself, and this is a very important step to basically log anything you want that you display on the terminal. So it's a general use, but also it's very useful for submitting assignments to show the graders your compilation and execution steps. All right, well, thank you for this short tutorial, and take care.